What's up, guys? John here from Broad Culture, and we got ourselves a theory here on some WWE news. More specifically, in NXT. You see, there is a theory that has been going on in my mind here that I'm going to explain to you. I believe that Johnny Gargano is going to be turning heel. Now, if you've been catching up with NXT, you know that Johnny Gargano is the most beloved of all the wrestlers in NXT. He's the company's #1 babyface. But I think that he is on the cusp of becoming one of the most despised heels in the company. Maybe not the most despised, though, because that is his former DIY partner, Tommaso Ciampa. But now, before y'all go down into the comments and berate me on my opinion here, let's go over something that happened. It was originally going to, since TakeOver Chicago, Johnny Gargano has been acting more and more and more deranged. He cost Aleister Black his NXT championship, allowing Tommaso to pick it up as his own belt. Yes, by mistake, but still, he was deranged enough to try to keep Tommaso from it, that it cost him, and allowed his arch enemy to become the NXT champion. There's also led to a bit of beef between him and Aleister, who had a spectacular match a few weeks ago. Then in giant brawl, it was announced that it was going to be a 3-way: Aleister versus Johnny versus Tommaso for the NXT Championship at TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Now, that he's happened, he was given his match that he wanted against Tommaso Ciampa one more time, but Aleister Black, he's in the way now. Then, of course, we all know that the reason why that it went from a 3-way to a last man standing between Johnny and Tommaso is because Aleister has a groin injury that he's going to be wearing, and this was how he was running off TV. He found him in the outside Full Sail out code. He was attacked. Now, the thing is, though, when the segment starts, it's Mr. Regal talking to an interviewer about something, and then we see somebody coming up and saying that they need them outside. On the way outside, they pass Johnny Gargano as they go to find that Aleister Black is knocked out. It's that little detail right there that they run into Johnny as they're going to find him, Aleister Black, out code. That is the part that is what this entire theory is on about. Now, I personally don't believe that they're going to take the NXT Championship off of Tommaso Ciampa so soon after he won it. And also, I don't think this will be the last of the Tommaso versus Johnny feud. So, Ciampa, this is 2 ways that the match at Brooklyn can end. Both men are out code, both reach 10, both is a draw because neither man can continue. We're meaning that Ciampa retains the belt. But then the other scenario is that Ciampa beats Gargano. Now, if it's that scenario that Ciampa beats Gargano 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a 10 perfect 10 count, there's a few ways that can happen. Either he does it, he knocks him out, he cheats and ties his feet together so he couldn't get up, or something like that, or Johnny lays down for him. Now, don't get me wrong here. I don't think that Johnny is just going to lay down for Tommaso Ciampa. I believe if it is that scenario, the match goes on forever and ever, a back and forth, a good 30 to 40 minutes. At the end, after so many headshots, Johnny lays down. He gets up after one. He's like, and he goes, "Just end it, Tommaso." And Tommaso either ends it or Johnny just lays down for the rest of the count with his eyes up and looking at Tommaso. This scenario is either way. Any of the match doesn't matter. As long as Tommaso wins, Johnny's mental state keeps on deteriorating, getting worse and worse, until he himself becomes what he hates the most. He becomes like Tommaso. As Harvey Dent once said in the Batman, the Dark Knight movie, either you die early, you die as a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I see Johnny becoming heel due to this. His mental state breaks, becoming a heel, realigning with Tommaso Ciampa, maybe winning the North America Championship off of Ricochet, and DIY, the heel version of DIY, with Tommaso as the NXT champion, and Johnny with them as the North American champion. Just a whole while, Candice is trying to convince Johnny to come back, to stop being this sadistic, to stop being deranged, become the Johnny that we all love again. But he stays that way for TakeOver War Games 2 and the TakeOver before the Royal Rumble. Then on the build-up to TakeOver Brooklyn 5, which I think was going to be called at next year's WrestleMania, Johnny is going to become face again. Become a bigger face than he is now. Become not only the number one baby face in NXT, number one baby face in WWE, in the North America as a whole, because we all know Japan, they do stuff differently, so the way they view stuff, and the rest of the world views stuff differently, but majority of WWE fans will know that Johnny Gargano is the number one babyface in the company. Now, that's a story for a completely different time, but that is the theory I have, that Tommaso is going to drive Johnny to insane, to make him deranged, to become the heel of the scenario, or he's already have, and we just don't know it yet. So, as I said, that is just my theory on NXT, the future of NXT right now. Give me your thoughts on if you think I'm right, if you agree with me, if you disagree. If you disagree, tell me why down in the comment section. Give me this video a thumbs up as a like, as you know what that means. Give us a subscribe. You share this video. Yeah.